Hey, and welcome back to Word for the Week. We are in week 7, y'all, and this is a big one because this is our last week of our relationships and connection series. We have been in this for 4 weeks now, and I just want to say, if you have been rocking with me through this whole series, thank you so much. We have covered a lot of ground together, and I pray that every single week landed somewhere in your real life. We will be moving into a brand new series. So make sure you are subscribed and have that bell notification on because you do not want to miss what's coming next, okay? But today, we are closing this series out with something special. We are talking about what loyal love actually looks like in real life. Not the highlight reel version, not the version you see on social media. The real nitty gritty, sacrificial, I am not going nowhere kind of love, okay? So today's word is coming from Ruth 1:16, and it says, "Where you go, I will go. Where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God shall be my God." Now, when I said that, I immediately went to, where you go, I'll go. If you will lead, where you go, I'll go. 'Cause I believe. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know how it is. Somebody says a word and your brain just goes straight to a song. I can't help it, y'all. But let me get back on track, okay? Now, before we dig into what this verse means, I want to give you some context because this verse hits so much harder when you know the full story behind it. The book of Ruth is only 4 chapters, y'all. Like, only 4. So if you take 1 chapter a day, you can be done by Thursday. So I want to challenge you to read it in your own time this week because it is one of the most beautiful stories in the entire Bible. But let me give you the short version right now, okay? So you can understand what we are working with, all right? So Ruth and Naomi were both widowed women. Naomi, she had moved to a country of Moab with her husband and her 2 sons. Her sons both married Moabite women. One was named Orpah and the other name was Ruth. And then tragedy hit, y'all. Naomi's husband died and then both of her sons died. So now you have 3 widowed women, with no husbands, no providers, no safety net. And in that culture and in that time, that was very devastating, y'all. That was not just an emotional loss, right? That was a threat to their very survival. Naomi decided to return to her homeland of Bethlehem, and she released both of her daughters and daughter-in-law to go to their own families and find new husbands. She essentially basically said, like, go live your life. You don't owe me anything. And Orpah, she wept, kissed her goodbye, and she left and went on her way. And nobody faulted her for that, right? That was the logical, practical, self-preserving thing to do, right? That was her decision to do, okay? But now Ruth, your girl Ruth, she wouldn't budge, y'all. She clung to Naomi and spoke those words that have echoed through centuries. Where you go, I will go. Where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God shall be my God. Ruth left her homeland, her family, her culture, her gods, everything she had ever known, just to stay loyal to a grieving old woman who had nothing left to offer her. No status, no wealth, no promise of a better life. And that right there, y'all, is where the story gets good, okay? When they arrived in Bethlehem, Ruth went out to work in the fields, getting the grain behind the harvesters, just just to provide food for the two of them. It was literally humble work, y'all. And it was hard work. But she showed up every time, every day without any complaint. And it just so happened, and I love how God works. It just so happened that the field she chose to work in belonged to a man named Boaz, a wealthy, honorable man who was also a relative of Naomi's late husband. Boaz, he noticed Ruth. He noticed her character, her work ethic, and her loyalty to Naomi. He made sure she was protected, provided for, and treated with dignity, y'all. And eventually, Boaz redeemed Ruth. He married her, he restored her, honored her, and gave both her and Naomi a future and a hope they could not ever have imagined in the middle of their grief. The whole story, y'all, is a picture of loyal love producing a harvest you could not have planned for yourself. All right, so now let me bring this home because this is not just an ancient story, right? This is real life. Loyal love shows up when it's inconvenient, y'all. Ruth did not stay with Naomi because it was easy for her or because it benefited her. She stayed because she was committed. Real loyalty is not tested during the good times. It is revealed during the hard ones. Loyal love does not keep score. And Ruth did not show up with a list of things, with a list of everything she was sacrificing, right? She did not remind Naomi daily of what she gave up. She just showed up every day, quietly, faithfully, without an audience. Loyal love sometimes means leaving your comfort zone. Ruth left everything familiar to step into the unknown with someone she loved. Sometimes loving people loyally costs you something. It costs you your time, your comfort, your convenience, and you do it anyway. Loyal love sees people in their worst season and stays anyway. Naomi was bitter. The Bible actually says she told people to call her Mara, which means bitter, because she felt like God had dealt harshly with her. She was not exactly a ray of sunshine in that season. And Ruth stayed, y'all. Sometimes the people we love are not at their best, and loyal love does not require them to be before we actually show up. And loyal love is not just reserved for romantic relationships either. We spend so much time applying this kind of love language to romance, but Ruth and Naomi were a daughter-in-law and a mother-in-law. Two women, a friendship, a family bond, y'all. Loyal love belongs in all of our relationships, yo. Now, I think about the people in my own life who have shown up for me with this kind of love, not just for the fun times, the parties, and the celebration, but the ones who were there when things were hard, when I was not at my best, when I had nothing to offer in return. Those are my Ruth people. You have even one person in your life who loves you like that, you are rich. You are truly, truly rich, okay? So as we close out this relationships and connection series, I want to leave you with this. Be somebody's Ruth. Show up for the people in your life, not just when it's easy, but when it costs you something. Check on your Naomi. The person in your circle who is going through a bitter season right now and might be too proud to ask for help. Be the one who stays when everybody else leaves, and take inventory of who your Ruth people are. Tell them, y'all, appreciate them. Do not let the people who have shown up for you in loyal love feel unseen, because loyal love is rare. And when you find it in any form, it is worth protecting. All right, y'all. So we have spent 4 weeks together in this relationships and connection series, and I'm so grateful for every single person who went on this journey with me. We talked about what love actually is. We talked about what the standard God sets for friendships. We talked about what it means to sharpen each other, and today we closed it out with what loyal love looks like when it is lived out loud. I pray that something from these 4 weeks stuck with you. I pray it challenged you, healed something in you, and pushed you to love the people around you better, starting with yourself. Okay, now we are turning the page to a brand new theme, and I cannot wait to share it with you. However, we'll be taking a 2-week sabbatical break, okay? So the next series will begin Monday, July 6th. So make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss it, okay? Who knows? I may drop an interview with somebody important before the beginning of the next series, okay? So go ahead, drop a comment below. Who is your Ruth? Who is the person in your life that has shown up for you with loyal love? Go ahead, give them a shout out and let them know they are seen. Tag them if you can, or send this to them. Like, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you when you choose to return. Peace.